So, once again, beginning on all fours, you can bring the hands onto the earth out in front, bringing the hands and knees under the shoulders and hips. And then round the back, tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone under, pressing the hands down and forward. And then you can lift the head, neck, and chest, swinging the buttocks up. Inhale here, pressing the hands towards the knees. And exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Just taking a few moments here, nice and slowly. The slower the movement, the more presence we can bring to the body and to the self. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. Eventually lowering buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the earth, and feeling how good it feels to lengthen through the arms, a nice stretch to the shoulders. And just surrendering the neck down. Just taking a few breaths here in child's pose to be present for the child within you. Just like the rings of a tree, we all have parts of ourselves from the earlier phases and stages of our lives inside of us. And they sometimes get ignored when we focus on other more adult things. So just taking a few moments to go inside and be with the little one within you. Even just simply sending some caring curiosity towards her. Him or her, however it feels for you. Good, just sending some loving care to the little younger ones within you, the smaller rings of the tree inside of you. And take a nice deep breath in, nourishing those with your presence. And a nice sigh. Good. Extend the arms forward. Shift the weight into the hands, coming up onto all fours. And then melt the hips forward, lifting the head, neck, and chest, moving towards upward dog, rotating the eye of the elbow forward, and then maybe lifting the knees up off the floor. Good. Triumphant heart rising. Rising open to greet you and more parts of you. Take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, round the back, curl the toes under, and then you can lift the hips up if you'd like into downward dog, or for a more gentle position, just rock back into child's pose. With the breath, inhale coming forward and up towards upward dog, and exhale pressing back into child's pose or downward facing dog. That's it. Inhale coming forward and up into upward dog, and continue at your own slow breathing pace. Maybe even slowing the movement down just a little bit so you can go inside and be present with your dear self. Taking this opportunity to slow down and go inside and be present with yourself. That's it. Simple movement. Tapping into a simple presence we can bring to ourselves. So much deep healing comes from this simple presence. Yes, good. And after the next full round, you can pause either in child's pose or downward facing dog, your choice. And just rest. Rest here in child's pose, softening through the belly, releasing through the head and neck. Noticing sensations in shoulders, neck, back, and just bathing them with that simple presence. Good. And even communicating to the shoulders and the neck and the back. I hear you. I'm receiving your signals. I'm listening. Yeah, so really establishing this relationship between us, the deeper parts of us, and our bodies. Take a nice deep breath in and allow for a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. And then if you're in child's pose, you can bring the arms alongside the legs. If you're in downward dog, you can walk the feet forward towards the hands. And then we'll lift the body all the way up to standing. Standing near the front of the mat, taking those courageous steps forward towards the front of the mat as we transition into the sun salutations. So consciously welcoming this new day, consciously with intention, opening our arms and our hearts and our bodies to this new day of life, this new opportunity to be gentle and caring towards ourselves, to be gentle and caring towards others, which includes setting healthy boundaries for ourselves and with others. So that's included in that gentleness and care. So taking a moment to stand tall, draw some of that energy that tends to be swirling around in the head and mind down into the body, into the womb, into the belly, and then deeper down into the legs and feet, connecting with the mat beneath us. Feel the material beneath your mat, the rug or the hard floor, and then imagine sending roots deeper down into the earth beyond that. Connected to Mother Earth, feeling supported by her, buttressed, and then lengthening through the legs and spine. Imagine drawing energy and vitality from the earth up and into the legs and spine, blossoming open into the heart, and unite the palms together in front of the heart. And just take a moment now that we've really connected with ourselves and with the earth, take a moment to feel that deeper connection with Mother Earth. It makes a difference where our attention goes. Matters. It can affect our whole presence. So feeling this presence with the earth and this greater empowerment in the system, we can begin to bring the arms forward and up and back. And either just straight up or arching back. That can be a choice point for you. See what feels best for your body today. And take a few deep breaths here, opening up to this day. This new opportunity to be kind and gentle with ourselves, kind and gentle with others. Take a nice deep breath in. Yes, and exhale, hinge forward and bow down. Good. I'm just taking a moment to dangle in the forward fold, feeling free like I'm doing to bend your knees. This helps to release the low back so that the back isn't pressing back from the hips, but it melts forward from the hips. And then just dangling over the legs from there. Yeah, and just taking a moment to bow down to all that's there within you, especially those parts of you that might be seeking some of your attention. Good. And then from here, you can step the left foot back. So the right knee can be raised. The left knee can be raised for more active, or it can be lowered for more gentleness, your choice. And then melt the hips forward, lifting the head, neck, and chest. Opening your heart to yourself. And allowing for deeper connection with yourself. So a lot of yoga invites us into interoception, which is connecting with the sensations that we're feeling inside our bodies. Interoception versus perception, perceiving the outer world. So go inside in this pose and lunge and practice this interoception, this feeling ourselves from the inside. It actually stimulates the insula, the part of the brain that is engaged when we have body awareness, and it's the same part of the brain that is engaged during empathy. So as we're cultivating our own body awareness through interoception, we're actually cultivating our capacity for empathy with others. It's a beautiful reflection of how our self-practice benefits others. So take a nice deep breath in, sensing yourself from the inside. Yes, and then exhale, right foot back into downward dog, upside down V shape, or plank, keeping the hips just slightly above the knees, or all fours. So lots of options, so you can choose the position that works best for you. I will usually choose a more gentle version than the hardest version to give you permission to choose a more gentle version for yourself too. So take a moment to feel yourself from the inside here, connecting with yourself deeply. Interoception is a deeply integrative experience. Connecting with ourselves is very integrating. So just taking a moment to connect with ourselves. Good. And then from here, you can lower the knees down. And then either modified, lay the thighs down, lower belly, lower ribs. Or Ashtanga Pranam, lower the knees down, swing the buttocks up, hug the elbows into the sides of the body, lower the chest between the thumbs, chin to the floor, and then inch forward from there. And then you can take a few moments in Cobra. In Cobra pose, there's a tendency to jut the chin forward. So instead of doing that, we tuck the chin and lift the back of the head up and take a few deep breaths. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, falling. And continue, maybe naming the breath, rising, falling as you move and breathe. That's it. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause and press the hands down and lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Just taking a moment to bow down to any parts of the body that are speaking to you this morning, thanking them for signaling to you that they're needing some of your attention. And just taking a moment to bow down to them with simple presence, connecting with these parts of our bodies with gentleness and care. And then feel free to bend one knee. So if you're bending the left knee, you can press the right heel down, stretching the right calf. Feel those sensations on the right calf and Achilles tendons and behind the knee. And then switch. Bend the right knee, press the left heel down, feeling the sensations in the left calf, left Achilles tendon, left area behind the knee. And continue to switch nice and slowly so there's some time to connect. Switching nice and slowly. We're also developing strength in the arms. It's helpful for our bones, preventing osteoporosis as we engage in some of these longer held poses that require a little bit of strength. Good. And then you can look between the hands, step the left foot forward. Between the hands, right knee raised or lowered, lifting head, neck, and chest. Opening the heart to the day. And taking some time to connect. With all this social distancing, there's not a lot of opportunity to connect out there in person with others, but there is a rich opportunity we all have right now to connect deeply inside us with the internal milieu, with the great immensity of diversity inside of us. So just dive inside and feel all of these different sensations that this pose brings you. Feeling this opportunity to connect with this dear body that you inhabit. Good. And take a nice deep breath in and exhale fully. Step the right foot forward to meet the left foot. Sometimes that takes a couple of steps. And bow down once again, melting the hips towards the thighs. Bending the knees a little bit to help that experience happen. And then just relaxing down, not worrying how far down the hands come. Just tune in to the body as it is. And you might notice how it feels to straighten the legs just a little bit from deeply bent to a little bit more straight. And if that's too much, bend them deeply again. You could also explore if the legs are somewhat straight. You can explore leaning into the toes a little bit. That might deepen the stretch more if you'd like that. Just exploring and staying in relationship with the body instead of dominating the body. Just like instead of dominating the earth, we can practice staying in relationship and caring relationship with the earth. So too with our earthly bodies. Instead of dominating it and just making use of it, we can stay in loving relationship with it. Good. And then from here, we can extend the arms forward, lengthening through the arms, lengthening through the low back, lifting the torso up. We've been down for a long time, so you might feel a little lightheaded as we come up. That's perfectly fine. Leaning into the toes, hips come forward, arms go back, taking a few deep breaths. Yes, opening to the day. Yes, one more deep breath in. And exhale, unite the palms and slide the hands down to the heart. Lovely. And now with the breath. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening to this new day. And exhale, bow down, showering yourself in gentle, caring presence. Inhale, right foot back, lift the head, neck, and chest. And exhale, left foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the chest, open the heart. Exhale, left foot forward, bow the head, connecting with yourself and what's inside you. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to this new day. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to this new day. And exhale, bowing down to anything that's arising within you right now. Inhale, left foot back, lift the chest. Yes. Exhale, right foot back, downward dog or plank pose. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, opening the heart to what's there within you. And exhale, right foot forward, bow the head, tuning in. Inhale, arms forward, up and back. And exhale, palms to the heart. Yes, inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to this new day. And exhale, bow down to anything that's arising within you. Inhale, right foot back, lift the chest. Exhale, left foot back, bow the head. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, feeling the sensations inside. Exhale, left foot forward, bowing down humbly to those sensations. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, honoring what's arising within you. And exhale, palms to the heart. Pause here for a few breaths. Just taking this opportunity to notice the warmth of body, the pace of breath, and the beating of your own dear heart, reminding you how alive and well you are right now. Yes. And really scanning for signs of health in the body today. Arms and legs moving, skin protecting, heart beating, lungs breathing you well. Scanning for signs of health and wellness. And thanking the body for working on behalf of you. Thanking all parts of the body for benefiting your system. And just even sending a little thank you. Just thank you, body. Thank you. Good, and continuing, we can extend the arms forward, up and back with some variations. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, bow down. Good, and we'll pause here, and we'll just move into a little simple flow. So bringing the hands to the shins, straightening the arms, lifting the torso up halfway. And it's helpful to think of this as a back bend. So instead of rounding the back, we're tilting the tops of the hips forward still, lifting the chest up. Gaze is slightly forward and up. And just noticing the sensations in the hamstrings here. And then from here we'll bow down, and this becomes more of the forward bend. So hands can be on calves, ankles, or heels. Just gently guiding ourselves down, maybe into a little bit of a deeper stretch than in the first few rounds of the sun salute. Taking a moment to feel yourself from the inside. It's an opportunity to connect deeply with yourself, the deep inner signals coming from the body that are speaking to you all the time. Really listening to them here. Good, and now with the breath, hands to shins, lift halfway up, inhale here. Little back bend, and exhale, bow down into the forward fold. Inhale, rising. Exhale, falling. And you can even imagine doing this with some resistance, as though someone's pushing on your back as you lift up. Inhale, rising with some resistance. Exhale, falling. Imagine you have to squish something between your belly and your thighs in order to come down. Some resistance as you come down as well. And continue nice and slowly with some resistance. That's it. Lots of presence. Good. And one more round if it still is working for your body. Always checking in with the body, seeing what's best for you, even above what I'm encouraging you to do. Good. And pause on the forward fold. And we've been in this pose for some time. So things might feel a little achy. It's perfectly fine. We're going to bend the knees and lower the buttocks towards the heels. Forehead lifts up. So moving into balancing squat. So heels are lifted, buttocks is moving down towards the heels, hands are on the floor, and we're leaning forward slightly. Some of you will stay here and just play with lifting the hands off of the earth. Others will explore bringing hands to thighs. If that's too unstable, just bring your hands back down. And then others will explore lifting the crown of the head above the dome of the hips. It helps to focus the eyes softly on one point out in front for more stability. And let it be a soft, gentle gaze instead of a intense, like trying to stabilize ourselves too much with our eyes. It's just a soft gaze. And from here, you might bring the hands together in front of your heart, maybe interlace the fingers and extend the pointer fingers up. Either stay there or maybe lifting the arms up. And remembering that balance is a dynamic process. It's not a static process. So there will be moments where we're feeling like we're in balance, and then we'll fall out of balance, and we'll come back into balance again and again and again. Some of us will have moments of a lot of wobbliness, and others of us will have micro wobblies, but we're all feeling wobblies together right now, even me. So just letting ourselves be perfectly imperfect in our balancing, and know that we're not alone in that we're all moving in and out of balance together. Good. Take a nice deep breath in, and exhale, release the arms down. And lift the hips up, forward fold. Great. And then from here, fingertips in line with the toes, step the left foot far back, left knee raised or lowered, your choice. Lifting the head, neck, and chest. Good. And then from here, we're going to move up into another balance pose, into tree pose. So this is quite a leap. We're going to be lifting the left knee. So you can do that with me, lifting the left knee, and then pull the left foot forward. You can place it down if you want. Grounding into the right foot, lift the left foot either into the ankle with the big toe on the floor for support, or bring the foot just beneath the knee, or you can lift the foot all the way up into the inner right thigh. Left knee moving out to the side, palms together in front of the heart. And if you like, you can lift the arms up from there, maybe straight up from the heart with the hands together. And just take a few moments to feel yourself in tree pose. And it doesn't matter here if the foot stays raised or if it needs to lower down 100 times. Instead of trying to stay in the pose without putting the foot down, see if you can focus on your relationship with yourself, connecting with yourself. So this is an opportunity to connect, whether we're putting our foot down 100 times or 0 times or 1 time, focusing on connecting with ourselves in this gentle and caring way. Good. See if there's something you can notice inside right now. Dive inside and find something to be with inside yourself. Maybe it's a sensation, maybe it's an emotion. Take a nice deep breath in, noticing, and exhale. We're going to slide the left foot back behind us, hands lower down to the floor, either side of the right foot, back into lunge position. And now we're going to play with that movement. So inhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Lift the left foot up into tree pose, however you'd like to place the foot. And hands can be at the heart or above the head. And then exhale, left foot back and hands down. Inhale, rising. And exhale, falling. And you can also slow this down a little bit and take a few breaths in each of these positions, continuing at your own pace, just playing with that transition a few times. Transitioning in and out of tree pose. Good. And we're doing some weight bearing on the right leg, so the right leg might be getting tired. It's giving an opportunity for us to develop the muscles and bone strength, preventing osteoporosis. So after the next full round, you can pause and lunge, taking your time to come back to lunge pose. Eventually meeting us here, take your time, eventually bowing the head down. And just take a moment to integrate. In stillness and silence, just integrating that process, that experience. Good. And then lift the head, neck, and chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, right foot steps back into plank or downward dog. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, left foot forward and pause here and lunge. Lifting the chest. And now we know what to expect on this side, this tree pose challenge. And see if you can move through this challenge with as much connection with yourself as you can cultivate, with as much gentleness and care. So from here, lift the right knee, pull the right foot forward, and either place it on the floor or move directly into tree pose. You can bring the right foot to the inner thigh or just beneath the knee, or even bring the heel into the ankle with the right big toes on the floor. Your choice. Hands can be together in front of the heart or raised. Inhale here, and exhale, lower the hands down and step the right foot back. With a breath, inhale, rising into tree. And exhale, falling, lowering down. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Feeling free to step the right foot a few times as you lower down and as you rise, especially if there's any knee vulnerability. You might want to step the foot a few times up and back. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause. And then just take a moment in lunge pose to bow the head and tune in and integrate the experience you just had. So helpful to take moments to pause and integrate in our daily lives. Good. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Lifting the head, neck, and chest. Deep breath in. And exhale, right foot forward to meet the left. Bow the head. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, opening to this new day of life. And exhale, palms to the heart. Close the eyes and just pause here for a few breaths, integrating. Beautiful. And gently release the arms down, softly open the eyes. And then we can come on to the knees. So sitting on the knees, and then lift the buttocks from the heels, curl the toes under, hands onto the low back, palms on the back with the fingertips down. Squeeze the elbows towards each other, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, lift the head, neck, and chest, and take a few deep breaths, pressing the pubic bone forward, lifting the chest and heart up, lifting up and out of the low back. Good, and then go inside and feel all that's there to feel inside you in this pose. And bring particular attention to the spaciousness of your dear heart. Good. Tuning into the spaciousness of heart. Take a nice deep breath into that spaciousness of heart. And exhale, gently rise. Bring the hands onto the earth. And feel free to lower the buttocks towards the heels, forehead towards the floor. Or if you'd like a little in between, you can do some cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Into cow and cat. See what feels best for you, that rhythmic movement or the stillness in child's pose. Lots of choices so you can create a practice that serves your body today. Maybe eventually settling into child's pose, buttocks towards heels, forehead towards floor. Relaxing deep through the belly center as you feel the support of the legs. Good, and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a sigh through the mouth. Good. And you can bring the arms alongside the legs, lifting the torso up, and bring the legs out in front. Good. It's so nice to see so many of you this morning. It's nice to be with you this way. So bending the left knee, cross the left foot over the right leg, pressing out through the right heel. You can wrap the right arm around the bent knee, and then bring the left hand onto the earth back behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, rotate towards the left, so towards the bent knee. From the low back, mid back, upper back, head and neck. Good. And then see if you might close the eyes and go inside and sense what's happening in your body in this twist. A moment of deep inner connection, connecting with all of those sensations and signals that the body's giving you right now in this twist. Good. Hug the belly button towards the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist just a little bit more if that's available to you without straining. And then gently unwind. We're going to keep the the left leg crossed over the right and slide the left heel towards the right hip. So that same leg is crossed over. We're just going to slide the heel of the left leg towards the right hip. And then we're simply going to surrender forward. So first hinging forward from the hips, and then placing the hands wherever they comfortably fall and melting, surrendering forward. That's it. So this is more of a yin pose where we just allow the body to naturally surrender with the gentle force of gravity rather than pulling or pushing or trying. We're just practicing surrendering. And there's plenty of weight from the left leg on top of the right leg that this will bring plenty of stretch without pulling or pushing anywhere at all. So taking a few moments to integrate those sensations that are there in the back of the right leg, maybe into the right hip a little bit, just brushing those sensations with your awareness. Yeah, if there's activated sensations, it's just a wonderful opportunity to go inward and be present with them. Good. And take a nice deep breath in. And a long, slow exhalation. And maybe sigh through the mouth. Good. And then gently lift the torso up. Bring the left leg forward. Bring the hands onto the earth back behind you and just hang out for a moment. Integrating. Nothing to do, nothing to accomplish, just a moment of ease with yourself in stillness and silence to integrate the experiences. Good. And then from here, we'll lift the torso back up. We'll bend the right knee, crossing the right foot over the left leg. I like to lift my chest and have my belly button kind of press into the right thigh. And then the left arm can cross over the knee. I like to wrap my arm around the shin. Some people like to bend the elbow and cross over the thigh, so see what feels best for you. I find there's more lift if I kind of hug my knee with my left arm. Right hand onto the earth back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, rotate towards the right, towards the bent knee, from the low back, mid back, upper back, and then head and neck can follow. Take a moment to dive inside and connect with yourself in this pose. Find some sensations or some internal experience to connect with, an opportunity to connect deeply with yourself in this moment. Good, and then you can draw the belly button towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rotate towards the right just a little more if that's available to you as you deepen with the out breath. And then gently unwind. Keep the right leg crossed over the left. And we're going to slide the heel towards the hip. And it's perfectly fine if that's not available to you. You can just keep the foot away from the hip. But if it's available, the heel can move towards the hip. Knee stacking on top of knee. And then we're going to hinge forward from the hips. Surrender the hands anywhere on the floor where they fall naturally. So we're not pulling, we're not yanking. We're just relaxing through the arms and elbows and melting forward. Good. Taking a few deep breaths. And just letting this be an opportunity to be with yourself in stillness and in silence. Cultivating auto-noetic consciousness, self-knowing, knowing what's happening inside the body, integrating those sensations through your connection, through these deep connections inside of you. Noticing how it feels to be more present with yourself in this moment. Letting ourselves know the benefits of this presence with ourselves. Scanning for benefits of the practice. Good. That's it. And you can take a nice deep breath in. A long, slow exhalation. And gently rise. And unwind the legs. And then we can spread our arms out to each other. Just sending some caring energy towards each other. Good. And then we're going to lift the arms up and take a few moments opening up to higher self and higher power, asking for some support with this connection with ourselves. Asking for some support and guidance for us to be able to connect deeply with ourselves in nourishing ways that refuels us and resets our systems so we can be present and give to those we love around us and beyond us. Take a nice deep breath in, feeling that support from higher self, higher power. And then you can spread your arms back out to each other, sending that support out to one another, that you, sweet, loving women in this circle, can feel supported with this contact with yourself, so you may go out and be more present and available to others. Good. Feeling that support from each other, the sweetness of that support, you can slowly begin to lower down. Sharing that support with each other, and then hug the knees into the chest, receiving that support. And you can either rock or be still. You might lift your feet up into Ananda Balasana, blissful baby pose, taking hold of the outer edges of the feet, or just hugging the knees into the chest, your choice. Either way, taking a moment to receive the warm wishes from the other women in the circle. This care for each other is so important and so nourishing. Just let yourself receive it. Good, and then we'll bend the elbows out to the sides for a flowing twist. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, knees to the left, head rolls heavy on the floor in the opposite direction to the right. Inhale, knees to the chest, making contact with the sensations. And exhale, knees to the right, head rolls heavy on the floor towards the left. Good. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Feeling free to be a little creative with the legs. You might straighten the top leg or wrap the top leg around the bottom. When we're a little bit creative this way, it really helps us make more contact with what's happening inside of us. Slowing down and being with ourselves. Deeply connecting. Fostering these deep connections inside of us. Nurturing them. They're so important right now to feel deeply connected. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. Eventually reclining on the back. Feeling free to cover yourself with a nice blanket, warm clothes. And in a few moments, I'll invite you to take 2 deep breaths. On the first breath, we'll squeeze everything tight, and then the second breath, we'll stretch everything wide. And this helps to teach the body that by contrast, this is tight, this is tense, and then this is what release feels like. because the body is usually either has a lot of chronic tension in the system where the muscles are neither fully relaxed nor deeply engaged, but just slightly tense all the time. So we want to tense and tighten them more fully so they can relax more deeply. So take a nice deep breath in, scrunch up the face, make fists with the hands, point the toes, lift arms and legs a little bit. Good. Now we're going to stretch everything wide. Take a deep breath in, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, open the eyes, play fingers, stretch toes. Good. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and allow the whole entire body to be deeply, deeply relaxed. And begin to visualize or sense or feel a beautiful light surrounding the body in all directions. Visualize a beautiful, warm, healing light. A vital light. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the soles of the feet and invite this light into the feet, feeling the ankles relax. The calves and shins are softened and soothed. And this light moves up into the knees, creating warmth and space there. Invite this light up into the upper legs and feel both legs growing heavy and warm. This light shines into the hips, pouring into the pelvic area, pouring into the reproductive organs, harmonizing, balancing them. Visualize beautiful light in the darkness of the womb. This light shines into the digestive organs, cleansing and purifying them. Feel the muscles of the belly center relax. Feel the belly relaxing deeply. This light shines into the chest, pouring into the heart. Visualize the heart emanating the infinite glow of loving kindness in all directions, including towards your own dear self. Feel the loving light from your own dear heart shining itself on you. Feel the benefit of your own loving energy. Allow yourself to be nourished by it. And bring the awareness to the light that rests in the hands, bathing them in warmth. And invite this light into the hands, feeling the fingers and wrists relax. The forearms, elbows, and upper arms grow heavy and warm. And this light shines into the shoulders. Feel the shoulders relaxing. Warm light moves into the neck, softening and soothing the neck muscles. Feel the neck and shoulders relaxing deeply. Deep, deep rest in the neck and shoulder area. Bringing the awareness to the light that rests near the very base of the spine, and invite this light up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, part by part. And feel the entire back growing warm and relaxed and healed by this light. This light moves freely up the spine. It moves up into the neck, into the throat. The tongue softens. The lips are warmed. The cheekbones and jaw relax. The jaw is completely relaxed. Ears, nose, and eyes are all filled with the most beautiful light. And the eyelids grow heavy. The temples, the eyebrows, and the center of the forehead relax. The center of the forehead is completely relaxed, and the entire face becomes expressionless. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and the crown of the head are all filled with light. And the entire body, the entire being is filled with and emanating the most beautiful, warm, healing light. Just be a witness to this light that's in you and around you and with you always. Very gently begin to invite the awareness back to the breath. And take a deep, rich breath in and exhale, just thanking the breath for breathing you. Take another deep, rich breath in and exhale, giving thanks to your dear body. Good. And then you can begin to bring more awareness to the body, feeling free to awaken it as you re-inhabit it more fully. Maybe moving through fingers or toes or stretching the body in any gentle way you'd like. Eventually rolling all the way over onto the side. Just pausing in a curled up fetal position on the side. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for dedicating this time to your practice. As Sarah Powers says, because we exist in an infinite sea of energy exchange, as you create a shift in your own consciousness, you truly do affect the greater whole. So thank you for going inside to practice. Take a moment once again to thank yourself. Good, and then press the hands into the earth. Lift the body up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Good. And bringing the hands together in front of the heart. And I'll just leave you with some inspiration. So John O'Donohue writes, "Awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the quiet immensity of your own presence." Awaken to the mystery of being here and enter the quiet immensity of your own presence. And Natasha Ventashane writes, and I apologize, I know I didn't pronounce that last name correctly. Weinstein, Natasha Weinstein writes, "If I could just hear how quiet is the silence, If I could just see how dark is the night, if I could be there, but not in despair, embracing the silence, befriending the darkness, then I will be able to welcome the light. If I could be here, let myself disappear for the self to emerge from the depth of my sigh. If I could be here, let myself disappear for the self, capital S self, to emerge from the depth of my sigh. So in honor of that capital S self that can be here for us in all parts of us, that can help nourish us and support us and give us energy as that capital S self brings presence to us, sees us, holds us, knows us. Then we refuel ourselves enough to go out and serve our children, to homeschool them, to go out and serve those around us that might be calling on us for support. And we'll have more energy for our well wishes. So in honor of this, we offer ourselves and each other and all beings a deep, humble bow and namaste. Namaste.